Oh, that coffee's so good. And we are live. I've been very busy the last 2 days. Actually, I'll get into that in a second once I do the pop-outs. It is balmy 17 degrees here. But it might be as cold in the south as it is here. Snow in the south, Texas, even parts of Florida. I told you last week it was going to be freezing today and tomorrow over there, like really cold. And it is. Pay attention to my weather forecasts. I tell you before they do. Because I observe the models. I always say it. Nobody pays attention except for Ken. Ken in Massachusetts. He says, "What's the weather? Are we going to get a storm, weather boy?" Well, we got about 4 inches on Sunday night. Chris DePerno just called me, and he said, "Bill, I got 1.5 feet of snow." I said, "You live by the lakes. Who told you to go move to Buffalo with the lakes? I mean, really, you're looking for trouble. You just are." But let me get all these pops. What's up, Nicholas? I bet you it's nice and warm in sunny California. Just saying. Oh, God, I just went live and they start messaging me. I can't even catch a break. I'm actually doing show-related work right now in the background. But I'll finish it later. Or maybe I'll finish it now, but let me just finish the pop-outs. And hello to everybody on TikTok. Yes, TikTok. Let me see if it's even working. It wasn't working the other night. Oh, it's working. So TikTok Live is back. Not that anybody watches, but at least it's live. I'm realistic. I still stream no matter what, because I enjoy it. Whether one person watches or 100. Nicholas is here, so that's what matters right now. Right, Nick? Nick and I will hang out. What am I doing? See, I'm losing it. There we go. YouTube might not be muted. It's muted now. I hate when it does that. But I did something. You haven't noticed Nicholas in the background? Nothing different? No? You don't see anything different in the background? You remember those puzzles? I don't know if you ever did it. It was in the books. I got crazy glue all over. That you used to have to find the hidden objects in the picture. I used to love those. I used to love searching the words, find the words. I used to love crosswords. But remember those? It was like a picture, and then on the side it had a list. You need to find these objects and circle them. I don't know if you ever did that. I know I did. That just goes, well, then you tell me if I completed another model. Look at the background. What's different? That's what I'm hinting. I'm going to have to take this off. It's getting really warm in here, even though it's only 17 degrees outside. It's getting warm in here. It took me it's been more than 2 days. I've been working on it for like 5. Let me just get this. I vacuumed, I cleaned, did what I had to do. Gotta check the fire. I might drink tonight. I really, really, because tomorrow night I got to take the station. So tonight's my night off for real. It's like literally the one night is like free. It's tonight. Mondays I have pre-records. Aha, top right. So what is that? It is the Enterprise. The Enterprise is done. Now, that's not a light kit Enterprise. And I did put decals on it, but you just can't see it. What's up, Candace? How is it in Mississippi? 4 inches of snow. Did I say it was going to get cold? I said it. Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, even the panhandle of Florida. Who knows if northern Florida, Jacksonville, Gainesville. I said it last week. Nobody listens to me. I tell you the weather and look, boom, before the weather people tell you, I already told you before they did. When it comes to weather, I've been doing this for decades. Since I was a little kid on my father's boat observing storms incoming while we were out at sea. So this is not like I just picked this up. I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I could pull mom into the room right now. She will tell you. If I would say, Dad, this is out in open water. This ain't no freaking lake. But even though there are big lakes that look like they're in open water because they're big lakes, like the Great Lakes. I mean, that's like ocean, like a mini ocean. But I used to say, Dad, there's a storm system coming. And I did the same thing as I did as a little kid today. When I was on the boat doing an observation, I would see which way the clouds were moving. And to see if that storm was coming. Dad, that storm is heading our way. We need to get the heck out of here and get back to the marina. And I swear my father listened to me. And he would go back. As soon as we got back to the marina, pouring rain, thunderstorm. My mother could tell you. This is like when I was a little kid. And then I used to sit by this is before, like when I was small, before I really started getting to fishing, which I love fishing. Salt. I'm not a freshwater fisherman. I'm a saltwater. And a really good one at it, too. Even on a boat. And I used to steer my father's twin bridge boat, which is a 40-foot boat with the steering's on the top, fly bridge, and there's one inside. I used to drive that shit on the top. You don't even know. It's freaking amazing. Oh, I used to have fun. He had a single screw, then he had a double screw. That's language for boaters. But I used to sit in the captain's chair as a little kid, my father's chair. And I used to listen in on the radio, the CB, for the weather reports. Because I was curious, because they would tell you marine weather coming over. And that's how I really started getting hooked, by listening to what they had to say. I got into the weather. And I always loved weather. Always. Even when I saw my UFO 95, or UAP, I was looking at a thunderstorm. It's crazy. But anyway, so I told you it was going to snow. Here in Louisiana, it's 27 forecast to have 7 inches of snow in Louisiana. Holy, I can't say it. I'm on TikTok. Wow. I said it last week. You guys were going to get nailed. I said it. It's only going to last a couple of days. Then the cold air is going to retreat back north. That's a major Arctic front that came down. It's cold here. It's 18 here. No snow. No snow forecasted for like the next week. Did you hear this? Did you hear this close? No. I had people monitoring the speech. I did not hear any, even the ones afterwards, even at the rally, everything. There was no disclosure as far as UAP. Not yet. So yes, okay. So getting back to the model. So that took me 5 days. I had to spray paint it inside out, all kinds of stuff. Drill, because it had the holes where the portals would be for the light to get through, but they weren't punctured. I had to take different types of drill bits, make holes in the model. So I put in there about 25 lights. There are at least 25 lights in that model. It wasn't built for lights. You don't know what I went through. Because you don't see no wires, right? It's all going through that skinny little pole. I had to run and buy model wire 20 feet. At least I know where to get it now. I had to run it from the saucer part into the body, into the hull, including the engines on the sides. I had to run those through those skinny little arms. You don't know what I went through to do that model up there. Alexa, I hope it's working. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
We need to kill the background light. That is for. Oh my God. I'm not going to look at work right now. It's like I never stop looking at work. I need a break sometimes, just not look at it. I'll catch up to it, but I've done a lot already. Okay, it's dark. We need to try to make the monitors as dark as possible. Okay, that's pretty dark. All right. And there it is. Lit up. Check that out. I'm going to try to zoom in to the section of the corner here to make it look bigger. Look how freaking nice it looks. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. That is not a model. That is not a model light set. I created that. I built that. That's not a model that's built for lights. I made it to where it was a model to put lights to it. I put 25 lights in that model. There's even lights in the back, but you can't see them because it's not at the right angle. And I'm not messing with that because that's fragile. But I went nuts with lights on this. And I could make it a little brighter. I have 2 batteries, but when I get a piece that Mark helped me with, this is all going to be connected to electrical. See, now it's a little brighter. I put an extra battery to it. See, now it looks brighter. That blue on the top is a reflection on the saucer. The bottom of the saucer. But look at that. The body's got lights inside. You just can't see it from the angle. But the body has lights. Everything has lights on that. Isn't that cool? So I've been working on that model for about 5 days. And like I said, it is not a light kit model set. I made it that way. You don't know how much work and detail and patience, which I don't have, to make that model. This was a trip. And I put the decals, everything. It's not like, I should take a picture of it from here, lit up. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta open the pack, because this will give you a better idea. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah. Let me shut it down. Okay. Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
Isn't that sweet? Kathy, it's 17 here. Bobby just said they're getting 7 inches in Louisiana of snow. That's more than I had my whole winter. That's more than I had my whole winter. I've only had like 5 inches of accumulating snow. That's it. He's going to get more snow than I have all winter. He's in Louisiana. Ain't that weird? All right, hold on. Let me fix my lighting. I like the lighting that dim, actually. Nah, I'll make it brighter. Not that bright. That's good. And I want to send that picture to myself because I want to see it on the screen. So the next model will be the Millennium Falcon. Now that's going to take me a while. Even though Like Mark told me, Bill, the hardest part is going to be the lighting. He is so right. Oh, is he so right. The hardest part is the lighting, especially when a model's not built for it, because you got to drill, you got to run the wires, you got to wrap them, tuck them into body areas where you can. It's not easy. And I have bought every freaking thing I need except for one thing, and I'm not doing it now. I need little zip ties, mini zip ties. For the you don't realize how many wires are coming all into that main hull. They're all going into that one area. So, like, the saucer has about 11 lights. There's 3 reds in the back. 3. You just can't see them. There's 4, and then there's 2. There's a couple on the outside by the openings here where I drilled. So I think that's 6, 9, 12. There's 12 in here. The wires are running through there, the body. This piece right here. So they're going in there, into the hull. Then there are 5 lights in each of these. And that's going into these skinny arms, which was tough. Because what I had to do is tuck the wires in and then run 2 wires just in the body to get to inside the hull. So that's 22 lights. The front has, there's 2 blues. Then I put a piece of cardboard so that the light could be blocked out, so the blue is only seen here and not the rest of the body. And then in here, there are 4 white lights. So there's 26 lights in this model. 26. And it wasn't built. It was built for 0. I made it where it could have lights. All right, let me send this. So that's pretty cool. And I got it pretty much down. I'm even coming up with good processes of taking the decals soaked in water, cutting them one by one, and then taking a paintbrush and pushing them right onto the model after I brush it with water too. And they just slide. But those are tough. Those decals are tough. The Enterprise has it on the bottom. You could maybe see it. It's definitely on the top. It's all over the place. Let's see. I should have the photo. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks stunning. That shit looks great. The camera's making it look a little weird. But you'll see how you could see the inside lighting, everything. It is cool. All right, let's see. Downloads. I just downloaded it. Should be right here. Yep. So I just took this picture. Okay. See, the lights are reflecting. It's a little tough to tell. Alexa, dim the light. Dim living room light, 25%.
Okay.
Let's display screen. And there it is. Look at that. Look at that. From here, you could see some of the decals. You still can't really see them underneath the hull. But you can see those 3 lights that I put in the back. But see how I isolated the blue in the front with a piece of cardboard inside here, and I blocked it out and I put black tape around it to make it dark so the blue light wouldn't bleed into the hull where I have the white light. See the white? That was the trick. Piece of cardboard. I cut a circle, stuffed it in there, and then taped it down. Another thing that I did, this is my own ideas. I took, and Mark was partially right. I think he was actually completely right. See, there's even lights back here. You can't see that from the other angle. I put 3 lights back here. So that's pretty freaking cool how I built this model. You can see some of the decals there, up there on the side, over there on the side, and maybe yeah, now you can see it. The Enterprise and then these decals, they're very tough. They're tough. And even around the edges on the top, there's decals. There should have been another one there. You can't really see it. There's 6 of them, four that go around the top edge. I gotta fix that with a brush with water. That one's peeling. They are tough. The decals, they are tough. But look how nice that looks. Look how freaking nice that looks. Now, I didn't do the Aztec pattern, which would paint like these boxes a little darker. I could have. Maybe on the next model, because I have another Enterprise to do. That's made for lights. This was not. And there are 26 lights that I put in there. 26 that I put in there. And it looks freaking awesome when it's lit up. And that's the smaller Enterprise. The other one's bigger. Strange New Worlds. The Millennium Falcon is almost 2 feet. The Star Destroyer is 2 feet. So there's not going to be no room. I may have to somehow, which is what I'm contemplating next, is to take, maybe leave it there, but buy another shelf and put another lower shelf there. But I'm afraid when I play the drums, I might hit the shelf. It's going to stick out. And the way I play drums, there's a chance I might hit it with the drumstick. That's what I'm worried about. And I can't pull the drumstick out because it's bracketed to the wall. So there is no way. The other Enterprise could go up there. That's 2. You got to remember about height. This shelf, I couldn't fit that Enterprise in this bottom shelf. I couldn't fit it. It was too high. That's good for the Millennium Falcon. It sits low. And the Star Destroyer, that sits low. So I could definitely get the Millennium and the Star Destroyer and the other Enterprise up there. I should be okay. Oh, did you see the picture, Mark? Oh, Mark, I found the technique. This site, I should show the picture. I don't know if you've seen it. It did not come with lights. I put 26 lights in it. Right there. Now, there's a lot of reflection going on here from the wall. So the red, this all light, I put 26 lights in here. I had to drill the portals because in the model they were there, but they didn't go penetrating through. I had to drill them individually on all those areas where the light is coming out from. I put red lights in the back. I put the blue with cardboard blocking because Mark said, very important, make sure you paint the inside and the outside, which is what I did. Spray painted. And then I took a piece of cardboard. I put 2 blue lights a certain distance away from the front. Because I didn't want it to be like too bright. Mark was explaining to me and I figured it out when I was building the model. So I put the light about 3 inches away from the front on the hull. Otherwise, if it's too close, it looks like a point of light. You have to bring it back a little so it gives it that effect. On the inside, everywhere, even on the saucer part and on the hull, I could show you. I bought 3 different types of Scotch tape last night. I had to run to the store. I was like, shit. Transparent, invisible, and the foggy looking one. So I went with the transparent. But I had bought the spray that Mark said, the transparent white. So I sprayed, after I put the tape and cut the pieces of tape to put it over those portals, and I sprayed that paint. Actually, no, I didn't spray it. I used a brush because it was so small of an area. Because I bought a tube of it too. And that's what gives it that look like it's illuminating from inside, but not points of light. That was so true what Mark told me. So little things, but then I started to improvise on my own stuff, like how I put the lights in there. There's 26 lights in there. That is not a light kit set model. I made it into a light kit model. Just like I did with this guy down here. That has lights. It didn't come with lights or made for lights, but I made it by drilling holes in this guy. But you can't really see it because it's open so you could see the little ETs in there. But this one lights up, see? This one lights up inside to show you what's inside. Like I said, I even painted this little guy who's standing guard on the outside. With his beret, little army soldier. Painted him. So next will be the Millennium Falcon, and that's going to be one that takes time. It's not going to be like 5 days with the Enterprise. This one's going to take like 2 weeks. And I'm taking a break for a few days because I've been really working hard on these models. Like I said, I had to run to the store last night to get wires. Special wire. Thank God I found Ace Hardware had them. And it was cool because, let me just show you. It's better to show you. I went nuts. I've got so much boxes now of model, like toys. When I mean that, I mean like tools. Alexa, brighten living your life 50%. It's insane now. Half of this is Mark's fault.
Okay.
He's the one that made me buy 9 more things. It's all his fault. So I cut most of the decals out. There was some I didn't want because it was yellow and there's only a few left. This is my work box from doing this model. But see, I bought this wire. But this wire is a little bit more gauge because you don't understand how much wires were running out of the body everywhere to the hull. That's where they're all at. They're tucked in there. They're all running from every other place into that hull. But the good thing about this wire, it's just a little thick, and after I make the initial, I can wrap the thicker wire around the entire other wires and then solder it together with the gun. I'm about to run out and get 20 feet of this. And like I said, I think there's only one in here. I went out and transparent tape. This was last night. Invisible tape. Is this the invisible tape? Yeah, invisible tape. And then the tape I used. The paints are all together. I got my small tweezers in here and these big ones. Look like chopsticks. I have 2 different types of long tweezers. The solder is over there with the gun. The glue's in here, scissors, all kinds of. And Mark had given me this blue vinyl tape, but I bought a little thicker one for bigger places. I even bought fine sandpaper. So there's a lot of stuff in here. This is just all the stuff from this model. And that doesn't count all the shit that I use over there that's in a box. That's crazy. This is the small one. But this is good because this is where I'm going to keep all my stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, you're a professional model builder. I'm just starting, Mark. Give me a break. I'm doing pretty good for a freaking... Well, not really a beginner because I did it as a kid, but never did it with lights. I'm not doing bad for an amateur. But most of this is your fault. Alexa, dim the room light 50%. It's absolutely Mark D'Antonio's fault.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'll always say he's to blame. Oh my God. Actually, it's not true. He was saying, Bill, if you're going to do the models right, you're going to need this. And you're going to need that. And you're going to probably need this too. And I'm saying, okay, send it to me. Send me the links. And he's sending them to me. And it was true. Everything that I bought, I needed. Everything. You accept some blame. But the thing is, I'm not a patient person. I'm very hyper. This is teaching me some discipline to be patient. And when there's time to walk away from the model, walk away from the model. One of the hardest things, and Mark is right too, and another thing. No, I went outside, I bought this special aluminum satin paint, and I sprayed it outside. It came out nice. I haven't used the airbrush yet, but I will this was the test Enterprise. The Strange New Worlds Enterprise, that will be airbrushed. Because that's the light kit one. I'm going, this was a test for me, believe it or not. This was a test model. A challenge to put the lights, or, like this was the experimental Enterprise. And it worked out well, considering. So, what? Did you see our beef issue with a complete interior? 20,000 leagues under sea, Nautilus with a full... No, I haven't. And I didn't say nothing about the future project you're working on, too. I'll be right back. I got to put a t-shirt on. It's getting really hot in here. Mark has incredible models right there in his workshop. I mean, I can't say you should get a tour of his house because he's not just going to have a tour of strangers going into his workshop. But it's one heck of a place to visit if you're a friend of Mark's. Let me get a t-shirt. That's the truth. I'm going to start... I'll stand in front of his house and start giving out tickets. Tour from Mark D'Antonio's workshop. Oh my God. Just invite everybody, Bill. Invite them all. Why don't you? Oh my God. It's getting hot in here. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so a lot of cool. It's so cool. I'm enjoying making these models, but yeah, that Enterprise came out pretty freaking good, even with the decals. I hate the decals, but I don't know what's worse, the decals or the wiring. Oh my God, those decals are a pain. Dip them in water, slide them off. I have different techniques. The backside of the paintbrush, I slide it, and then I use the wet, because I wet the surfaces both. I'm just reading what their message, Commander Cobra just sent me a message. And then I push it onto the model, slide it right where it needs to go, and then brush out the bubbles lightly, patiently, and then it comes out nice. So far, so good. Like I said on that model, you can see some. Most of it's on the top of the model, but it is tedious. I mean, even like a place like here, this is an easy one. Like that. That's easy. Because it's a flat, nice thing. Even this was tricky The Enterprise underneath, right there. That was a little tricky. That was a little tricky. But, and I have to touch it up because see, this one's peeling. I got to get the water and put it on there and then brush it. It peeled up a little. See, I even put the lights, you could see them coming through the tips because I put lights near them. See? And the technique that Marcus told me, there is tape on the inside here, and then I brushed it with transparent white, and that's why it looks like that. It was marked exactly. And I had to make those holes. This is not, I had to make those holes. The model is not a light model. I made it into a light model. So, like I said, not bad. Not bad. But I need that Aztec pattern mark. It would have made it look so much better. But then I was thinking, if the Aztec pattern is on the bottom and top of the saucer, the hull has it. There's other places on the ship that have it too. I would have to do the whole freaking thing. That's crazy. And there are people that have done, because I look at that too, I do my homework. I look at other people's models, how they do them, to give me an idea, the direction. But there was a cool one. I don't know how old it is though. I know I had it, but to go through these photos would be insane. I'm gonna have to create a folder and start putting everything neatly. No? Nope. Okay, it has to be newer than that. Of the next model. So I already got ideas for that. See, I was looking at actual images of the refit Enterprise. But I'm not going to show it. I'm looking for the one. Okay, that's the same thing. That's the one I did. Okay, no. Hobby, Space Shuttle, Enterprise. No, that's the Space Shuttle. That's the model I did already. Maybe this one? Nope, that's the shuttle. See, I downloaded pictures of the shuttle when I built that shuttle model behind me. With the 747. I had to make sure I had all the resources. Okay, let's get rid of some of these pictures. I can't find it. Okay. We got to be getting there because I'm running out of pictures to show. It's probably in this next set. Nah, that's the Elon Musk one I want. SpaceX Starship. It's $200. Okay, the photo's not here. I'm just gonna have to look it up. All right, let's see if it comes up on images because this is how I found it. And it's so beautiful the way he did it. But he still messed it up. There it is. But this is the next one. This is the Strange New Worlds model that is made for lights. That one. That's made for lights. That's gonna be really interesting. There's actually an image of someone that did even better, way better than that. I'm looking for it. I was like, wow. And he didn't do any of the painting, and it still looked freaking amazing. Even without painting it, it still looked awesome. I don't know if that's definitely not it. Let me take the word image model out. Let me get rid of this one. See, it figures my luck that I can't find the picture that I took a snapshot of. But it's wicked. And it's bigger than that one. Based on the box, I thought this was going to be a smaller model. It ended up being a little bit bigger than I thought. I can't find it. But I'm having fun with it. That's the main thing. Check the links I sent you. Where? On Skype? Check out the links I sent you. Go to the links I sent you. Where are the links? Send them in Skype. I can't see them on my phone. Put them in Skype. Because then it's hard to go from phone or unless it's an email. Makes it harder. Donnie. Okay, that's the Enterprise. Oh, in chat? I'll check it in a second. I'm still looking for this one picture. It's driving me nuts. These are show related. It's gonna bother me now. See, like what he did with his model. He did some interesting stuff. This is the model that I just built. He did some cool stuff to it, I have to admit, but I don't like the way he did the blue light. And that's what I was talking about, distance of the light. I don't like that. But I like the way he did the model. I just don't like the way he did the blue light. Looks retarded. I didn't do that. Thank God. All right, let me see. It's got to be here. Okay, that's from the concert. Get the lead out. Hobby Master, that's the shuttle. No. Large. No. That's Bassett. Ugh. I gotta call him. I got some info. I'm still looking. More Bassett. Okay. There's a lot of photos here. That's the paint. I honestly don't know where this freaking photo went. Oh, it was a number. That's right. It was a screen. Enterprise Discovery Strange New Worlds. There it is. Look how this guy did this model. I freaking love it. And he didn't even paint it. Or if he did, he didn't do no detail. But I like the way he did this. Oh, I like the way that looks. But he didn't do anything to it. But it still looks nice. That's made for lights. That's a light kit model. But that looks nice. That's the Strange New Worlds Enterprise, which is not next. The Millennium Falcon will be next. But that's coming. And I like it. So, yeah. All right, let me see the FX Models links. Mark stuff. Oh, I remember you telling me about the Space Eagle. What was it, like 4 feet? So this is the model that Mark was talking about, made. Look at the detail. Weight 55 pounds, 124 scale from Revell. Look at this. That is awesome. And then there is... Oh, shit. I don't remember which one. This one. If it loads. I don't know what the heck. I can't do YouTube. I don't know why it's doing that. Because it's an FX Models link. I don't know why it's doing that. I got a strike on YouTube covering the inauguration yesterday. Okay, here we go. So you could see the inside, the detail. Look at the detail. That's detail. Look at that. That's just an example of the detail in here. That is serious detail. I got the same mat that you told me to get, by the way, to work on the models. I did get it. Look at that. That is freaking detail. Look at the size of that. How big was that? 8 feet long. Over 8 feet long. My God. I don't even have room for an 8-foot. So that's what he built. That's nice. That is hot. FXModels.com. That's where Mark's stuff is. It's his work site for his models. So yeah, that's taking it to a whole new professional level. That's what that is. So if you've got time on your hands, which I don't have that kind of time, it would take me a year trying to make spare time doing something crazy like that. Forget it. I don't have time like that. I'm lucky to be able to even build a model in my time. But I got my work cut out. The next one will be... This is going to be... And I got to do my homework on this, but I ain't going to start it for a few days. Heck no. No way. Like this. And I got to take images. I'm saving this one. Save image as. so I can see the detail on it. And the lights in the back, like this one. This is a good one to take a snapshot of right here. I'm gonna save that too. Uh-oh, I'll replace it. That's detail. Oh, I see how he did the wiring for the back. That's nice. Masa Narita. What's the date? 2017 he built that. November 26th, 2017. He built that model. Or finished it or whatever. That's freaking beautiful. So this is the kind of stuff I use for reference when building models. I take a bunch of images and I look at them, analyze them, and get ideas. It's the best thing. Because the sugar ain't coming from the box. The best thing is to get ideas from images in the direction you want to go and how much detail you want to put into it. Now, the Star Trek Enterprise was a level 3. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. I think the Millennium is a level 4. So that's stepping it up. I think. Alexa, brighten living room light, 50%. Oh, it's in my room.
Okay.
It's in my room. I put all the models in my room. Alexa, dim living room light, 50%.
Okay.
It's pretty big, too. It says over 18 inches. Which I don't know if I probably have room on the bottom with the Star Destroyer. That's 2 feet. And I had to order more lights. And I hope this comes soon, this splitter. The adapter's here to make it electrical. This is coming from China. Oh my God. Oh my God. The splitter. It's gonna take forever. I'm looking for the Millennium. Right here. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Snapshot. Save image. Yeah, that'll work. Replace. So this is the Millennium Falcon. What's the time? 4:40. It's this one. So it's over 18 inches long. Side panel. Updated head features. It doesn't say the level. They usually say the levels on them, but I don't see it. Could be on the bottom or side panels for the details. But this is going to be a fun model to build, no doubt. And the Star Destroyer, I can't even imagine. That's going to take a long time. So's the Enterprise. looking for the Star Destroyer. Here it is. Okay, let's... This is a level 4. It says it on the box. It's a level 4. This one's going to be a little tough. This one. This one's going to be interesting. Alexa, what is 60 centimeters in inches?
60 centimeters is about 2 feet.
That's about 2 feet. And the box is... Hey, Chanel, I'm live. Anything I need to mute?
Yeah.
Stand by. Well, I got to go. They have no internet in Utah. So that means I got to work tonight and take the station. And I said earlier, I have finally a night off. Guess that's out the window. I now have the station. What a freaking nightmare. The one night I said it earlier when I first started streaming. I could at least rest for one night tonight. Psh, gone. One night. That's all I asked for. One night. Forget it. It's like crazy. Anyway, I'm going to get off now because I got to pay attention to the station. So I might be back later, depending.